Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem HaRakakadash, the one the apostles and elders of Great Millstone Worldwide, Shalom to the brothers of the white sincerity and truth. Um, just a quick one to kind of show, these brain implants, those brain charagmas, that MOTB. These things are getting pushed out, a variety of ways, and like it's been said, they start with a medical angle. And that's what you're seeing. It's on The Guardian. It says, woman successfully treated for depression with electrical brain implant. And imagine like the ones Neuralink and whatnot, they're saying they're gonna be used for people with like not epilepsy, what is it, like they can't basically move their body a certain ways and whatnot, for them to be able to basically utilize computers and whatnot without having to like move a mouse or move like anything physical. They're just wire up to their brain, and then and zips up around that way. That's kind of what they've been pushing. So now they got this where it's like a treatment for depression. So it's like you're gonna be getting brain chipped if if you're getting depressed. So this is what a woman with severe depression has been successfully treated with an experimental brain implant in a stunning advance that offers hope for those with intractable mental illness. The device works by detecting patterns of brain activity linked to depression and automatically interrupting them using tiny pulses of electrical stimulation delivered deep inside the brain. So this is how Esau Edom's trying to break down the work into the body, work into the brain, so he can try and manipulate those things to his desires. And it's like certain things you can do. That's the thing. It's like with the movements, like with like Neuralink. It's like that's what do you call it? It's like those things where it's electrical signals. He can measure those things, and basically, he might be able to do certain things with that. But it's like you ain't able to deal with the spirit, man. You ain't able to deal with things beyond a certain level. But that's kind of people in the world, they don't realize that there is there's things that work that basically the Lord's dealing with, that go beyond just like the physical plane, man. And that's why they're looking like, oh, it's just gonna be, you'll be able to get in your brain, and then you're just gonna have like download, like in the Matrix where they have Keanu like download like kung fu download martial arts into his brain, and then he just like goes into the Matrix. He can just do all those things. It's like he wants to fly a helicopter. Then it's just like it's just Trinity gets it downloaded into her brain, and then she just able to do whatever. Esau ain't got those capabilities, man. These are the things that he's dreaming of. He's trying to make it so that he can be on the level of the Most High. That's what fruit carnal means, man. So this is what, but man, man's doing is to barely touch the surface. So as a 36-year-old patient, Sarah said the therapy had returned her to a life worth living, allowing her to laugh spontaneously for the first time in 5 years. And I'm like, man, she's depressed. I'm like, look how bruv, she's mad overweight. I'm like, bruv, there's like, before you go in there and you're fucking zapping up her brain, maybe adjust her lifestyle, man. But that's the Esau's pharmaceutical medical industry. That thing's about making money. It's about treatments more than actual healing. Because, bro, if you're depressed and the only thing that's gonna make you undepressed is getting your brain zip zapped up, that don't make no goddamn sense, man. Like that, and Well, okay, I'll get down to it, but the price of it as well is just, I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this shit? But the reason why these things are being researched and done is, isn't to make Sarah able to laugh for the first time in 5 years. So it says, although the therapy has been tested in only one patient and would only be suitable for those with severe illness, the success is seen as hugely significant. It is the first demonstration that the brain activity underlying the symptoms of mental illness can be reliably detected, and reveals that these brain circuits can be nudged back into a healthy state. So that's the actual thing. It's this research, of them trying to get, break down how the brain works so they can utilize that going forward. That's the reason why Sarah, being able to laugh was just an after extra was the justification first off, and it's just like collateral damage kind of thing, man. It was just an extra effect after them getting their being able to be like, oh, we can fuck with these things, so then they can basically, and the flip side of that as well is then if you can highlight the ones that make you able to feel satisfied, then they'll be able to cut them ones off and just make you super depressed and unable to act. That's what's also being researched. So this is what can be nudged back into a healthy state, which means they can be nudged back into an unhealthy state as well, like I just said. Even in a patient who's been unwell for years, we haven't been able to do this kind of personalized therapy previously in psychiatry. The success in itself is an incredible advancement in our knowledge of the brain function that underlies mental illness. And they got the implanted device in her brain linked up to the wires all linked up, zip zapping different bits. So this is what this is a stunning demonstration which points to a way of examining the biology of the abrupt slumps into despair that can be so destructive. Between 10 and 30% of people with depression do not respond to at least 2 drug treatments, equivalent to about 2.7 million people in the UK. During the past 2 decades, deep brain stimulation has been used to treat tens of thousands of patients with Parkinson's and epilepsy. However, several trials for depression have ended in disappointment. So they've been doing these things for a while. They've been doing it with brain implants for a good while as well. That's the thing, is these things are being researched. But it's just like with what's it called? Blue Origin, the space flight visiting thing. It's Virgin Galactic, Blue Origin, SpaceX, with these billionaires that are doing these, flying planes up, researching how to get, civilian trips up into space and all these things. These things aren't being done for the good of the people. They had Prince William saying like, oh, we should think about, back on Earth, which they are. But these elites are looking to be a far and away off in their little. They're utilizing them. They're doing these research, and putting money into these things, so that they can be off in a safe place. They can try and sustain themselves. They're looking to obtain immortality. They're looking to try and put themselves in super god levels. Meanwhile, the people on the earth, the peons, are basically going to be moving like cattle. Because when you go down, blah 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 blah. So this is what the device cost, about $35,000. So it's like that. Who the fuck's gonna be out here buying that shit? ain't gonna be people on a low level. But that's why these things are being researched. Revelation 13:16, and he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hands or in their foreheads. Yeah, that mark, and receiving that charagma, their MOTB in their right hand, their foreheads. These, these brain implants. These things they're going to be utilized as a system of control, man. Basically, it's a way of saying like, hey, look, you've trusted in Esau so much, this guy can jam some shit up in your brain, implant some shit in your body. You give them that total authority over you, which that's why people are taking their shots gleefully. and that no man but by your soul save he that the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, and that's it. It's gonna be where you're not gonna be able to operate. Just like now, you've got people getting kicked off jobs for not getting their shots. You know, people being denied access to to certain things. These things are then gonna, it's gonna get to the point where it's like you're not gonna be able to function. Oh, ain't gonna be able to go to the bank. Ain't gonna be able to deal with cash. No one's gonna take your payments. Can't get in the shop. You're gonna be headlocked unless you're dealing with it, man. And you can see it's real close. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Yeah, shalom. Yeah, Bashem Shabbat, Shalom.